she to be buried in Christian burial when she willfully seeks her own salvation?
I tell thee she is. Therefore make her grave straight. The crown has sat on her, finds it Christian burial.
How can that be, unless she has drowned herself in her own defense?
Why, 'tis found so.
It must be se offendendo. It cannot be else, for here lies the point. If I drown myself wittingly, it argues an act, and an act has 3 branches: to act, to do, to perform. Our gal, she has drowned herself wittingly.
But is this law?
Ah, Mary, is it Crowner's Quest law? There is no ancient gentleman but gardeners, ditchers, and grave makers. They hold up Adam's profession.
Was he a gentleman?
He was the first that ever bore arms.
Why, he had none.
I'll put another question to thee.
Go to.
What is that builds stronger than either the mason, the shipwright, or the carpenter?
The gallows maker. For that frame outlives 1,000 tenants. Who builds stronger than a mason, a shipwright, or a carpenter?
Ah, tell thee that and unyoke.
Marry now, I can tell.
To it!
Mass, I cannot tell.
Go, get thee in. Fetch me a stoup of liquor. In my youth when I did love, methought it was very sweet to contract the time for my beloved. Oh, methought there was nothing meet.
Has this fellow no feeling in his business? He sings at grave making.
Custom has made it in him a property of easiness. But age with his steep stealing steps has made me clod in his clutch, and has shipped me into the land as if I had never been such.
That skull had a tongue in it and could sing once. How the knave jowls it to the ground as if it were Cain's jawbone. That did the first murder. It may be the plate of a politician, which this ass now o'erreaches. One that would circumvent God, might it not?
It might, my lord. A pickaxe and a spade for a shouting sheet. Oh, a pity of clay, for it to be made for such a guest as me.
There's another. Why may not that be the skull of a lawyer? This fellow might be in his statues, his recognizes, his fines, his double vouchers, his recoveries. The very conveniences of his land will hardly lie in this box, and may the interior itself have no more? Ha!
Not a jot more, my lord. Oh, a pit of clay for me, for to be made for such a guest as me.
I think it is thine indeed, for thou liest in it.
You lie out on it, sir, and therefore it is not yours. For it is my part, and I do not lie in it, and yet it is mine. This is the same skull, sir, that was Yorick's score, this king's jester.
Let me see. Alas, poor Yorick! I knew him, Horatio, a fellow of infinite jest, of most excellent fancy. He hath borne me on his back 1,000 times, and now, abhorred in my imagination, it is. Ha! Here comes the king, the queen, the courtiers. Who is this they follow, and with such maimed rights?
What ceremony else? Her obsequies have been as far and large as we have warranty. Her death was doubtful. Must there be no more done? No more to be done. Lay her in the earth, and from what fair and unpolluted flesh may violet spring.
What? The fair Ophelia?
Sweets to the sweet, farewell. I hope thou shouldst have been my Hamlet's wife.
Oh, treble woe! Fall 10 times trouble on that cursed head, whose wicked deed they most ingenious sense deprived thee of. Hold off the earth a while, till I've caught her once more in mine arms.
What is he whose grief bears such an emphasis, whose phase of sorrow conjures the wandering stars, and makes them stand, like wonder-wounded hearers. This is I, Hamlet the Dane.
The devil take thy soul!
Thou prayest not, well, I pity thee. Take thy fingers from my throat, hold off thy hand.
Fuck them, asunder! Hamlet, Hamlet!
Good my lord, be quiet. Why, I will fight with him upon this theme until my eyelids will no longer wag. I loved Ophelia. 40,000 brothers could not with all their quantity of love make up my sum. What wilt thou do for her?
Oh, is he mad? Laertes! The love of God, forbear him!
Swoons, show me what thou do. Woot weep? Woot fight? Woot fast? Woot tear thyself? Woot drink up Eso? Eat a crocodile? I'll do it.
This is mere madness!
Hear you, sir. What is the reason that you use me thus? I loved you ever, but it is no matter.
I pray thee, good Horatio, wait upon me. Strengthen your patience to our last night's speech. I'll put to the matter to the present push. Good Gertrude, set some watch over your son. This grave shall have a living monument. An hour of quiet shortly shall we see. Till then in our patience of our proceeding be. Oh, is he mad? Laertes! I can't get my mouth.